A wise person said, what you want to get, look into the deep nature. If you look into the deep nature, and you will get everything what you want to know, what you want to get. Hello friends, hello everyone. This is Mogatis Education. Mogatis Education always will give you new thoughts and ideas. I have been doing this practice for 3 years to understand making sentence and in the world what is happening, what will be the next few years later. I'll say this again. These words I have been doing this practice for 2 3 years. Why? I also said everything has reason. We do nothing without reason. Everything has reason. Just now, also now, practice means also now I am sort of saying to you, you do this practice. Practice time. Practice will help to you to understand what you don't know. Unknown things to know. This practice will help to you how you can develop. And this practice is like that now. I'm also doing here practice. So many way I try to speak regularly. I am trying to speaking regularly to understand better thinking for my passion, for my making passion, So, my dear friends, if you understand my words, then I think one, I think you also can develop your speaking, and naturally your mindset will work. We say today I will discuss the mindset about your mindset and my mindset. What is the difference? Many people think sit in their house automatically they can get everything in this world, but I say never everything will come to in your hands automatically. For that reason you have to do hard work. If you don't do hard work, nothing will happen. Now because now this time is birds also here observing and two birds waiting, and here also another birds also waiting for me when I will come. And this situation now I will do something fun with them. Now the birds are waiting when I will give them biscuits. I also have come here. So many few birds are there waiting. Oh, come but come. They are waiting. This now before coming here, they are not here. Now all they are coming. Wait. Now I am giving to you biscuits, and they understand very interestingly. Oh, this feelings is very nice. From many days, from many days ago, I am doing this practice. That's why they understand. They understand. I am a biscuit givers. I am a biscuit givers. Now, in this English way, English language, so many way, and you also can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birds just waiting. Because of that, yesterday rain had come, so that's why I think they didn't go here and there. That's why they are thinking now when I'll come. Because of that, some days ago, after giving biscuits, they didn't eat. Then I understood. Then I felt very sad. Now they are also waiting for me when I'll come, when I'll give them biscuits. Now it is true that so many birds are waiting. Very nice, and these are very interesting. Before they affect to me, now I am being I I have been familiar with them. Okay, now you go and eat. Now they're also observing to me who am I, what I am doing, and now they also start to eat. Then you say some birds are coming, and they also start to do eating. 1, 2, 3 birds are, oh sorry, they are coming. Okay, now you started to eat. Now I'll not do anything. Now you, all are you, started to eat. They're also eating. So my dear friends, okay, now you understand what what is the reason of our world. So today I will discuss about this. How do you make long sentence, and why not one of two words? If I say to you, why not we can make some? Okay, here is that now. And some few birds are, and some few birds uh, they are also eating biscuits, and some, it is the called this local myna, and some sparrow, one of the black birds also, I don't know its name. And after taking some biscuit, they go to their house for their kids. And after the biscuits taking their house and feeding their kids, they come again and they take again the biscuits. Okay, I will start my journey. Okay, what was my topic? My topic was that how do you make now. Yesterday also one of friends came in my house. Then I talked to with him. Many days later, one of my friends, he had come in my house. Then I talked to him. Mm, I talked to with him for 4 hours. 4 hours. I talked to him 4 hours. In the 4 hours, only the many days later, I could understand this. His mindset was me, like me, how I am thinking. His thinking was like that same. But so now I also said many days ago. Now, my friends, you admit in my class your daughters and the speaking like this that time also. Okay, no matter. So I forget, and I said to him, and why not your daughter also your daughter also can develop the speaking language. So what happened yesterday also, now he had come in my house and he talked. After talking I understand, and I asked to her, now you say what you did yesterday, how many sentences you can say, but not there is some problem. What sentence will come after a few minutes later, like this, in English language. In English language talking now, like there is I'm also facing some problem. Okay, now problem. Okay, and slowly I understanding before some days ago. So I started to thinking, how can I make long sentence like this also, like someone going, some water is going to through the city and another village, like this through the going to. So that English language is so very, now slowly I am understanding this language has its own rules, and we have to do a capture like a picture study, and like that. Now how can I say to you, how can you understand like this? We couldn't understand this feelings like this also now. And we say we are all Bangalian people, our mother tongue is like this small words. By the small words hmm, we can finish our things, thoughts, idea. By the small sentence we are also using like that. If uh, someone someone uh, someone holds some water bottle and he is going to the school, but we never say to briefly about this girl. We try to do say and shortly, and we try to do give the answer the short way, like that. She is going to the school, but I say also now, what you observing with her, she is going to school to learn and read for his better future. It is true, yes. In her bag, so many kinds of books are there into the bag, and was heavy. This type of the sentence like this, I also said this long way. Then you understand this what's now. Another sentences now I will try to do say this sentence also now. One of the one boy, he is going to take of a milk bottle out of the refrigerator, and the outing time outing time outing time his greed was, he didn't greet the bottle properly, and slipped, fell into the ground also now, and slipped all of his contents on the ground. This was one asset I make some yesterday night. I made this sense with my mindset. Now another sense, I'll say to you, any kinds of like that, man, we are all people. We are thinking like which way, and there is many things I also found. And short sentence is speaking is very easy now. I'm so say before when I started to learning and this language, I also say to I would say to my sons, now you make some short sentence after you can make this briefly. Now today and now this time my mind is demanding to me um, to make brief sentence, and for my sense reason for my developing sense, and of the method of this object, of the method of this object, and with connect with this sentence with this matter. And if you don't do this practice, never your thinking will grow up. Because of that, some of one person, he is running, and in her something, I just observed one other person, he is going, and in his hand he has one of the mobile phone in his hand, with this hailing and listening. um, he started to running he started to running. He is running, holds a mobile phone in his hand, and to listen any song or something. So of this running, I think he couldn't think nothing, and all this running um, was no of this running. Running is not the matter of this. Now I'm so not making sentence. Okay, another student so had come yesterday now in my house. Then I'm now thinking that what is the reason of this our English making sentence. So there are so many mistakes and so on. So like that now also make now I'm thinking that I have to write something. I have to write something. Without writing, my mindset not will work. Because of that, I'm trying to change mindset, and what language, many days, what type of incident, what type of the situation increase. I increase for my childhood, from my childhood now today. After 40 years later, I am trying to change my mindset there. This is very terrible things. Because of that, all are the things already set up in our mindset, my mindset. But how can I can change it is very quickly. This is the very, very terrible things. Because of that, yesterday one of the book I had read one of the good books. This book was very interesting, and new sentence also. And they are they are so making by the new sentence. They are so thinking. They are so this book in this book was so many new words. They he this was now written by the new words. And we are all people, we are learning. So our old generation language, but if you want to get something, if you want to do something new and new ideology, then you have to follow what is happening now this time. I'm so I'm so thinking like that. Give you some example in my paintings, and many people what and how they would do before the painting like this. Also now, if I can say to you, and you can say I am not insulting to them, because of their lifestyle, how they developed their lifestyle, how they by the seeing they developed their lifestyle. Which situation was I couldn't see never. I couldn't see never because I am not. And which situations are uh, mm, I seen? Which situation are I seen? Like that. And these are situations not seen. Uh, mm, uh, there because their time was like that, and what situation in that which in their growing time, and now my situations are so very different than them. That's why I'm thinking that my thinking also going to differently. That's why I say English is not our thinking because of that what things, and that's why I say their thinking style is very different than me, and my thinking style is very different. Now next generation will say may say they are thinking will be say very go so very aggressive, but now my thinking is that my thinking what situation and what with situation I face in my life only I know. And my daughter, my sons, they are not seen. They are not seen my past sense. That's why I'm saying to this also now. And I also one thing is very interesting things now. I am compete and compete. I am also now. What the words not is coming. I am comparing one things to another. I'm comparing. If I comparing this like that, Jugan Chaudhary, Ganesh Pine, and so many artists are there in our cultural. If I say like this also now, what they did, now what I'm doing, I have to indicate them because of that, and I also I had grown up by seeing their paintings, and when I was in college. But so now, when they were in college, they would have seen their past artists like this now, and for that reason, my mindset also now I'm also developing. I want to develop now. I am developing and then them how to explain how their expression was like that now. That's why I'm thinking like that also now. If I say Jugan Chaudhary also, they're thinking like this. They think like their culture, and how I am thinking like this. My culture, my innovation sense. Okay, now these things is very nice, and interestingly I'm also saying to you like this or now. You think that I also said once in this Bengal three artists is very truly artist. Others are just get to it. Others just get to it. And the three artists is very very thing. Two three artists, and three artists are there, and their name Ganesh Pine, Jugan Chaudhary, and Bikash Bhattacharjee, and except them, others are just this was I'm saying to. So M.A. Bhushan said once the accept three artists and another are all meaningless artists now. So I said this words now on my way. If I say this on my way, these words now will go, and I'm so. Only this three artists, they are very educated. Others are just meaningless artists. Now these are these words also now I am making on my way. Okay, now and there is my thought things. Okay, and my things is that here also this is my I'm still looking my beard, and the beard is going so very right way, and that's also feeling super nice. Okay, and my feelings is going to be very nice, and okay, and there are and three artists in this Bengal, three artists. They are very educated artists. Others are just meaningless artist. And then also now our old the artist feel artist well, they ignite, they burn their mind, and they angry, and why they said this these words. But no, this is no, this is what I also accept with the Fusion, like this was said. So before now, I'm so saying to you, I am thinking like that, my thinking and what they think. If you find out something so new, you can get a find out this. My thinking is that now I am observing. I never try to do this hand, so they are observable. Before also many times I could try to do draw like them, and so like this my painting would go to like this Jugan Chaudhary, because what is the Ganesh Fine, and I also would thought, because if I do like this painting also, now my painting will be grow high, and like that that's why I had to do leave there all of these things. And before then I started to study, because I had to do study to know better, to know better things and feelings. And but also now I have to do left all these things. That's why I left all these things. Then I slowly I started my thinking. So now today I am so feeling that this is the feelings of this. My mindset is also clear this very differently. So now here is that very interesting words now I am saying. So and how like this, if I describe this Ganesh Fine's paintings, so Ganesh Fine's also follow, Ganesh Fine's also inspired by the our some of mythological things, thoughts, like this our regional thing, like this we also say Beulah looking that. And this also topic was like this, he's similar to with these topics, his feelings, and like this his feelings was so very we said this individual emotion. And he couldn't, but we are Bengalian, we never would go to the others people to understand my things, but there's the reason. But at that time, so Picasso, and like this now here is that one thing. So now they are so constant, so inspired, if I say this, inspired by the Nandalal Bose, here. So now some of the interesting topics. And I if I see like this, if I look at this, their paintings like this Nandalal Bose, and Nandalal Bose, and another Abhinavanath Tagore, and their thinking style, and what is the difference, like that you also can see, you also can understand. And they also their time, and Ganesh Fine time was so they are inspired by them. Also now you also look like also one of the figure also still standing, and he is observing the world. So like that's what he did. And another also now, if I say that Jugan Chaudhary's paintings, like what you are doing, Jugan Chaudhary, what is showing to up, like this, our Bengalian people, they like to they like to eat, they like to sleep, they like to work, and they like to do gossiping. All of these things, Jugan Chaudhary's hands is created by the his things, thoughts, paintings. Like this also now, some of the figure melting these figures, or like this. Now we are very, it is the indicating to in our mind, this laziness also indicating, and that's why we have no some courage to do things, new things. And another is that now if I say that, and these are things that are now these are things if I say that, because what is, and because realistic thinker, realistic things, that because what would go here and there. But this feelings also very nice. And like this also now his feelings is the our all of this some of the boy is standing behind the in front of the tea stall, and how look like he and what he is doing, and he's fully and emotionally he is trying to say. And because what is himself, his own color sense is very different than other people. So that's also now emotion described to them, because of their thinking that emotion thing is so very interesting. Because of that we never try to understand emotion painting style. styles now also discussing to this paintings. So now, okay, now my paintings. Now I'll say to you, if you understand, if you you also can say to me this answer. Now I grew up. I grew up by the observing and their painting. I grew up by the observing their painting when I was in colors. Now I'm also remembering this time. That time I also now remembering that time. This time was like that's when I would go to the colors. Then all time I would see to my eyes kept on this their picture and this picture like this now because what is paintings and when I will make like them paintings then I would thought oh their painting is like very interestingly I would collect from some magazine this magazine and after collecting I studied and at that time I couldn't understand this English language. Now totally I am so thinking and I'm so understanding this language now. Okay, and there is now if I say also can say this Bengalian artist and before also I would say to Pablo Picasso I would say no Bengalian artist by the Bengalian artist one thing comes in my mind and Bengalian artist I have to follow because of that I wanted to go their sides I want to sit beside them. Okay, that's also my painting also will go to the near them. Also Bengalian picture, Bengalian culture, Bengalian philosophy, Bengalian ideology I'm so making because of this Bengalian people they always they will say I say I also think that I also want to do but sometimes they will all time they know many things all time they know many things they will say I also would have known like that so why not and before when you they will go and they will go like this they will live with your company with your company then and they will think in their life so my thinking is like that so now today I have to do set something I have to do create something differently what their painting was what how I am looking and how I am observing by the observing I also developed my sense because of that they had taken so many many like this they had taken by the imagination they had made one of the like this because what is the then I think also now that time camera was invented and which year I couldn't like this say okay may this it may be and 40 years ago camera and when the Edmund Hillary like this one of the book I had written so Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norway that's Tenzing Norway Edmund Hillary he had one of the camera when the camera was invented he also he had reached in the mountain up the mountain like that now and some of the words also coming from my mind I'm so thinking that okay and I heard that also one of the things is like and now I am thinking that I have to speak like this comfortably and then we'll understand what is my emotion like this body movement is very important what I want to say like this also now heard that now I'm thinking okay Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norway also now after camera invented because what is it also I think also now I'm so I'm thinking it may be or not I'm not saying to you right so they had taken help with the camera and photography then these the feelings of this now and that time was like that and before so now artist is the observer artist is the observer um, artist can see many many far away artists can see many far away by the observing they want to draw something new things but which things we never want to see which things we never want to say and artists also said their first words they are invented by their mindset okay now I'm so thinking like so there is many idea will come to in our mind and philosophically and psychologically our observation our social reason where the other people their thinking style and their my thinking style is very different than them how they are observing, and how I am observing. This is the difference of the arts. We are artists, then we all time. So we try to do see like this. You can see like what I am thinking and observing. So this is the very, very interesting things. Now I also try to do because of that. If I could say all of these words with my mouth, it need not to draw nothing. That's why also we draw and we think. Because of that, we couldn't say this, or we couldn't preserve our sense and knowledge. Because of that, if I say these words now by the Durga and how you are observing, yesterday I said many times with my friends, like you know, and this is the style of me. I'm so creating my passion. Okay, now continuously you have to say, you have to speak. Okay, now I'm so saying to Durga, you see this Durga. And why I am doing this Durga. So before, so I couldn't say nothing. So now totally I'm saying this is the Durga is a mentor, and Durga is Durga is saying to us like this: you live your life and you do enjoy, and you build up your power and the power, emotion, all of these things you do good for others. Say people never ever do fight. That's also you delete your indecision, doubt, fear, all of the things. Also now I am also saying this. You here also now another way. That's why you see my own my way. We are all these people so worshiping by the God. We are worshiping to the God, and that's why we never can think like them. Here's how many things are found. So these types of words will come to your mind, and you can think what I want to. You may think. Which kinds of the situation is going up, and we also it may be also now some years later, and the worship will go out from our life. And I'm not saying because of all these things, fake things also now people understand, because what we are doing, and we are doing these things also very, very highly resolutionally, but our philosophy, all of this going to negative way. All of these things we couldn't think nothing. We could not think nothing because of this reason. We all time in a year we are celebrating 13 festivals. We say this 13 festival, but I say also now in a year we are celebrating 24 festivals. But after 15 days later we celebrate our festivals. But for now I think it is my thinking is going to the right way, because of that. And yesterday I said to my friends, now when you will start to speaking, then after 10 minutes later you speaking will agape your mouth. So that's the things that yes, it is right. And many words, many sentences will come to know mindset to work. Okay, now I just say to him, so one of the persons said, John Lennon, and what do you want to do in your life? He says, no, I want to be happy in my life. Oh, we are happy parents all times, so we want to see our children be happy and happiness. So like that, so now he said these words, and I also joined with this hymn. If I also could say to another words, but no, never ever I try to do underestimate to him. I mean, in our surrounding life, many people, so they don't know, because of that they think, so now, yeah, how can I underestimate to them? How can I say against them? How can I say against them? But no, you love to your work and you love to your work, then you will understand this what is happening. Okay, some people, some person, they can say, and these are not your things. Now today also differently I'm thinking. So Bengalian artists, how they are observing their lifestyle, how they are now. I have to create something like this. Now some of the three artists is very important what things also now said. So before many years ago, and three artists that now I like to do most. So Ganesh Pine, Jugan Chaudhary, and because Vadaji, and I like to most them and their thinking process, and I also followed again many times. But I'm not try to do like them because of that, and my painting is so very different. Also differently I'm thinking. I think also now my thing is that another, and why our Indian people's mind doesn't work, and what is the reason? We all time we like to do eat better, we sleep better, we die better, and you also say many people. So if you ask what you want to do in your life, no one can say to you like me, I want to do something for others people, and which works will be which words now I am doing, these words will be very, very helpful for them. They also can then they also can do something from me. But they couldn't understand this is the first language and second language. I also said this yesterday. So now first language, what is the first language? First language just like this. So now we can live and we can die. We can die, and for living and dying, we are learning this first language. Also needable, and who was not the who has no any education, and they also can speak very, very nicely. And which language is very innovating language. There is now English language. Also now without English language we cannot experience nothing in our life. So that's why I say all times now you make your own sentence. Never ever think that no it makes sense. No, you have to develop your second language. Without this second language nothing will change. Because of that you cannot say these words. These are words will come to now. When I also started doing my paintings, and I also say this, and some of the words I have joined with my paintings like this. After observing, after viewing, and what happened, our dopamine and serotonin and cortisol, they are so increased by the painting sense. And these are the true things. In our surrounding people, they never will understand this, what they will say, what is the answer doing? I'm so thinking, and when they will come in my house and they also think, okay, and no matter is that, and what that they are thinking. I'm so say this is the Mogadishu education, and one of the things I wanted to develop. And some people will also say, or some people will throw stones at you. You don't them, you don't throw them back. You collect and you build an empire. Empire means what you want to do, what you want to make your lifestyle, how you want to see your life, and some days later. Like that, the people will criticize to you, people will judge to you, people will think anything so you, and you never think that like them, and you think you do your doing. I'm so trying to develop my sense. Now this is the words is now today also now I'm also joining. I have to do share with them like how, and in my painting life, and now I have to do join some of the few words and how. And this is the our I also say these words and the Bengalian culture, Bengalian feelings. I in my paintings already I have painted in my paintings, and when I'll go to the here and there, then I can say some of the feelings. But these feelings will spread out all over the India and Bengali culture, and what they did was now. And now my name is Photo Burman. I have come from Tripura, and also many days and 50 years I spent in Tripura, and I studied Bengali culture, and so belongs to Bengalian family, and that's why I all I'm saying these are words like this: Bengalian family, Bengalian culture. How can I explain, and by my paintings, through my paintings, how can I explain through my paintings? And this is the emotion, energy, and we also share this also now active energy also, and another lantern energy, like this kinetic energy. And Mona Lisa in his painting, the Vinci observed this lunatic energy, lunatic and kinetic energy. This is the way things is like, and now totally changing our life. So that's also world is keep changing. You also have to change your mindset, otherwise you cannot go with this mindset. Oh, here there's no. I'm so thinking that some later we can say these are words, and in our Bengalian culture, some of the artists never ever they will say they are the all this uneducated artists. But I also think that if they would have you would have they if they would have some method and materials like this method and philosophy, ideology, and how and why they are waiting for others people never know. You play your life, you play your life, you play your life in the field. Like this, I'm so thinking that the world is a football ground. I want to play in this football, only this I am alone, but who will stop you? No matter is that now I want to play with my football game, this my with my brush and a canvas and in my hands. So one of the words also said that Leonardo da Vinci, the painter, has the universe in his hand and minds. Or if you have some idea, you also live life, your ideas of what you want to give the others people. If you have a reason, if you have your truly idea. Also now, why you are going to others people? You live your life. I'm so creating my idea, my things. All times I have created and created. 3 years, 4 years I have left before this now, and in the 40 years, what I left behind my life, and in 5 years, I all of these things. How can I learn and read and read? I would go through morning walk every day, and in this morning walk time, I would have made a video, one video for 1 hour, and by the 1 hour, I would speak and speak. But what sentence would come, I don't know. But that also now I know one thing. The one of the Rembrandt also said, practice, do practice and practice. What things you don't know, these things, unknown things. Unknown things to help to unknown things by the practice you can develop your practice sense will come. So now that's also I say very quickly and very understanding him. You also can understand my words and what he is. I said one of my friends sent 4 hours. That's why today my mouth is going to so very fast and and that's why I say okay. Okay, it's not the finish now. Today I have found some of the interesting words. These are words now. I have to give some example through my past artist. There's a name. Their name is like that, Ganesh Pain, and Ganesh Pain also looked like that, and there's no similar things. And Ganesh Pain similar things. Ganesh Pain also now followed the Nandalal Bose and. Nandalal Bose and Rabindranath Tagore, and that time. So this is our Indian sense and mind. So Indian culture, no, not the Indian Bengalian culture, not the Hindu. And we are all the Indian people do Hindu, but no Bengalis and Bengalian. So another feelings. So now we like to eat rice, dal, and fish. So this is the very interesting. And when I would go to the Calcutta and footpath, and when I would go to the Calcutta's footpath, and I also would like to do it that time. So egg and rice. This feelings very interesting. So now today I am differently. I'm thinking, and I understand how can I give how can I say, how can I explain my culture, and my culture is my culture. Everything I have found from my culture, I have developing my culture, and my feelings, all these things are coming out, and that's why I do these paintings. Okay, in my culture I started, and my thinking all time, my thinking says to me, now what you are doing and what you will do. I asked myself now that my emotion and my feelings always said to me, hey, why you do this? You do something new, and this the new things are come in my minds. And now today I'm differently. I'm thinking that my ideology and my philosophy is so very differently. I'm thinking then how can I connect with my paintings and sense. That's why. So this is the 20th century, 21st century, 21st century is going on in this era. The one of the great artists, his name is available now. You observe the use life, and some days later, some of all of the people also saying, "Oh, he's a great artist in this time," and he observed all these things by his philosophy, ideology, mythology, all of this, and ideology, philosophy, mythology, everything else. Now I can say with my painting. So there is many things, many idea. I also try to say with my idea, and something later also now I'm so thinking today is my holiday, and some of the work I have to do. There is many feelings will come. So now you can say like this now. You just do it, and I also try to do say one of my friends. I like to do talk with him. Like you also may come in my house, and you can say you can do practice now. Which way. Okay, now if you have some idea also now, you also can give me, and you also can say to me, okay, now so now this is the after few minutes, now first you follow and also now this is the giving. I so it is very easy to give information, but it is very difficult to vocalize and receive the laughter way. And what I think he is saying to me and against to me, but not so doing some fun. Okay, and there's so this word is very nice and good. So in my mindset, something coming, and when I'll go to the when another people will say, now you say something about this our Bengalian artist and who are the best artists. Now, so and before like this. I always would notice my seniors artists. The three artists are there, and Jugun Chaudhary, Bikash Bhattacharya, and Ganesh Pine. They are my favorite artists, and then I always follow them, and that's also now. And I am also now changing my things. Thought, okay, now their thinking is the B side. After knowing them, I felt very tough. It is very tough, and how can I do? How can I invent my sense? Then I started my thinking. So, and it is not a thinking, not. Then I started my observation, and how can I, and I would go to the here and there is many temple, and I would go to the many in my or like this also know spectacles monkeys, and you also know, and so how can I join the spectacles monkeys, and how can I join this tribal face with my paintings? But there is many like that as different culture are there in our culture, and they are so political issue. All the things I have created in my paintings, all of these things, that's also these things I couldn't back from my this sense. I also get one of the persons who said, if you get any hole, then you try to go, you don't leave them. Then I started thinking with this idea, okay, this idea is very nice, and this idea also God has given to made for me. This idea has sand. This idea has sand. God for me. That's also now. I kept this idea. So now I would do before so many sketch, and like this many roughly I just would do the sketch, and after doing this, oh, there is there is many lots of the ideology, and so I have found like so now I'm also showing this picture, and one of the girls also said, and why you did I so did this for my reason, and you see what she did there. So what they will say, their mouth are all are agape now. So now I can I have given to some paintings of them, and okay now so now it is not depend on me, and some later they will see and what I am so doing, and some later they will say my words, and without my words, without my sense, they never can see it. But now I ignore their their backside, because of that their thinking will ignite, because of that they never want to make like that paintings. What I did. Okay, now first you have to build up your idea. First you have to build up your idea. Then you have to build up your sense, thought, idea, like that. So developing my speaking. And speaking. So, that's why I say regularly I have come here. I'm also making video with Vigo. I know I can understand so many things with those unknown things I am developing. I would go okay, no matter. And now I have to say before what topics was my topics. I like would go to the on my topics. Okay, yes. Now how can you make your long sentence now? I'm so saying there's many things are now coming and going. Sense no matter there is no one what sense will come and go, and your mind will work. That's totally different. You try to speak is that now totally I'm so feeling so my good, and with the morning work I do this my video. If I do not make my videos, I couldn't get really, because of that this all day long. Also now after making this video I can I see also now I did totally I did something so different. There's so many things, and one of the okay now their sense now I'm making. So I'm just thinking that what hard work without hard work. So here that one thing is now I get found here their mindset and my mindset. What is they like this? If I say how they would do. One of the words that I know, because so the public also said, you don't make art, you find it and you join. I also say, you don't make art, you find and you join with your sense what you want to do. Like this around, if you say there is some scientist, artist, singer, all they are finding something new for their life. In their life they always they put some of those new things in their life. By the observing slowly they developed like their own realm, and that's what Leonardo da Vinci also said, one of the painter has the universe in his hand, his minds. But he gathered all this small idea, and by the small idea they build up their own realm. They build up their own realm. That's what I say. You also make and so many artists are full of the bad artists. They are also moving here and there they are so going, and some few things, but I'm not getting interested with them. Because of then when one of the great persons who said, what things exactly you do it, and what things then you never do it, or this is these things is exact to me. And because of yesterday night was when I drawn, when I had drawn one of the paintings like Durga, and then I felt very happy because that which things. And many days ago, one of the persons so had come in my house, then I said, I will give you one of the painting, you may hang on these paintings, and which said all our people, they can see, they can understand these feelings is negative power will capture this all of these paintings. And in your house, in your mindset also now, differently. Sometimes some few moments, some few times now we also can think it like differently, but different things is very very hard because of, and some of the few moments, obstacles and problems and bad things all our times, sometimes they will add to us. They also, okay, now I also say one of the great persons also said, a few bad chapter doesn't mean your story is over. A few bad chapter doesn't mean your story is over. Because of that, bad chapters will come, and good or bad chapters will all our times will move to with us. There is we couldn't remove this chance because of that. This is our part of our life, part of our life, because the problem will come. So one of the persons who said, if you don't face your problem, then also you may think you are not going right way. When you're in your life, when this problem will come, that means you are going right way. So then I'm so slowly, I'm so developing my idea, my knowledge also now. With this my ideas, many things I could have to understand, but there's many things, many ideas I saw. So before, so now how and why I did my, I don't know, in front of my paintings, and when I stand in front of my paintings, then I feel very energetic because these things right there when you laugh. Oh, this is the very, very dangerous things to do. What and why now? So you say these are the things I can do. Something so good, and for the others will, if your dopamine, your endorphin, your like the serotonin, your cortisol, all of these things will increase by the viewing these paintings. Like yesterday, I felt one of my friends, and after talking to him, he also said this his motivation. So sometimes explain with this motivation, like I can do this, and yes, and when and where. So like that, when you will see like some paintings, and I also say to the heart, now you see, you look like us now. What I am, and who are you, and what you are, and why you may color my paintings. Painting is very very interesting thoughts. But I said, one of the things is very very important things now. Many people also see in a painting like this, in a topics, how many it is a contemporary sense. Contemporary. I know. I do not say this is contemporary, and I think also now it is the contemporary sense. And what things I say, in one things, how many times you can stay, and you can dominate your life. You can dominate your life in one things like this only. And we are nowadays various feelings, various idea, all of these things by the internet we are getting. But I say also, if you can do, if you can live in one things, one space, that means you are going the right way. Also that's your sort of this because in one appendix you take a one topics, by the one topics you can start to draw, and your all of these things will be very very nice and good. Because of that, one thing other people, when I could see the other people paintings, then I felt happy. I felt loved. Also I give love to them because of their voice and their thinking style, their thinking process, or they are also doing, also doing this, that, and I also laugh. What they are also doing is very fun. They're so very, very interesting. Go ahead, I'll go to the day out of their painting, and when I started laughing, they will say, "Oh, yes," and what is it doing? So then, another thing, I can't slowly, okay, my friends, now I'm so living my life, I'm so doing my enjoying, but never ever. And you start the reading book, and your reading book will be very helpful for them. Also now, after doing this video, so now I go to the my uncle shop, then I'll say, okay, uncle, give me some of the one of the drinks, and I'll think things because without because small things, and the small is not the one small thing is very very interesting if you get some of the small because with these small things I can do, I can live like this. Also my body, all of these things will go out like this. It's very, it's very, very what is that? Going to the very swing. My body is my body is making swing. My body is making swing. My body is making swing. Also said my body is converting it to swing. Also getting feelings. I am getting feelings. So okay, there is so many opportunities life. As I said, these are many words by the way you can leave your voice. Or okay, and so what words now I want to say this words like this, you make your chain and chain sentences, chain words, and many people they do not understand. So people, nobody will come to your mind. You don't know, nobody will listen to your words. Okay, nobody that's. But I am thinking that my words is my words, my sense is my sense. I'm so doing so some great things for the others people will understand so my feelings. And sometimes let us look. Okay, nobody. It is the opportunity will come. My time will come. That's what regularly I say to the others people. I never said to the others people. I never observed them before. I would observe to others' hands. But today I'm saying to you, no, you can get to some paintings, and with this painting, you can do your things, thoughts, idea, and very nicely. I'm so developing my sense, my idea. So totally differently, I am thinking totally differently. I am observing totally differently. I am so thinking that so now in one thing so now, and also making my paintings, and my painting also increasing me my thoughts and idea. Because of that, when I did like this painting, my painting says to me, you have to learn. Without learning, so you never wanted to go and another countries you learn. And I also started learning in my painting says to me, and I talked to with it. I with him or her. I talked to with her, and my parents also said, and one of the sense now coming to know how. How can we make two things in one? How can we make sense two things in one? This was no. That's was no. Today I was very different type of people because of that. When I was my story is very interesting story when I was in child. But that I'm in class 4, and now I'm saying this words and this like this sentence, this story like this when I was in class 4. But beside now, in one never never I did my class after leisure period in a year. 365 days I never did class. Because of that my father and my father beaten me. My father had beaten me, and I also said to my father, no, I didn't go class. So, no, this type of boy I was, and like my commitment and my eagerness is so very high. Because of that my father wouldn't understand to me. And then in class 9 also like the same thing happened. One day my father in the gate, in front of the gate, my father had beaten to me. And sometimes also now I felt very sorry. Sometimes I felt very angry. Sometimes I felt their reason also now. And my father said, no, if some of the persons would love to me, then I would give them the hurt. But because of that, they never understood to me. Okay, no matter that's now some all things I want to do back to them because of that. And some few days ago, my time was not so good, and I said, no, God, okay, no, and some good times will come. Then so now, God is are there and available for every person, and God, why not? God sent me something for now. Yeah, that has many things for now. And I said to me, okay, some few feelings is good, some few feelings is very bad, and okay, and good time and better will come in your life without good and bad things. So we cannot live. The problem will come, problem obstacles or things, all of these things will really add to us. Because of that, without the God sense of the reason, we cannot move one of the our towards our life. So that's what I say. One of the words of remember these are words. These beautiful days do not come to you. You must work towards them, and towards them. Beautiful days don't come to you. You must work towards them. That's what you make your goal ideas and everything. only on you make your own real. That's also you can say many things you can understand. But speaking is so very interestingly they'll say I'm so when some of the people person may comes in my near them I would give them speak to him like this in any I will give them some answer in English, but they will say, oh, okay, and why not? Okay, now so my and why? But when my life was so very bad, when my life was so very incredible, but no person says to me nothing. But because and why I'll say to them, and what's the matter? But this time was so very terrible. I totally I changed myself, and that time was so very no person would come there after. And now I'll give you the one thing. So now I also have made one of the 39 art gallery. In this gallery, when I, after coronavirus, this gallery destroyed, and I had to do move with my all things in my house. I had to do move with all paintings and galleries things in my home. Nobody would come in my house. Nobody asked me nothing. How I am living, what I want to do, and what I'll do the next. They all time they made some of the new ideas, and they all time also did so many things. So that's also I never said to them, but it is the God is I that time I commitment to me. I will make my own idea. I will make my own real. In this my real, only the person who will be I. So then I started to my journey from 2019 and 2000 not and 2020 and 2000 then before and then after 2020 I never did any exhibition with these other safe people. Then I left all of this exhibition workshop. Then I said myself, if I go with them and they will call because of that after after facing problem and some days later they will give me something some of the few money, but with this money few money what I'll do. Then I started to thinking change, and I started to education. I started to build up my education centers with this education center. And I also that time I would thought that oh okay money will come, and but by the time many artists when I would meet with them, then they would say to me uh, we made some of the 2 lakhs 3 lakhs money, and but at that time my mouth was agape. I couldn't say near them, and okay now this is good. But I think it's now 5 years later I will earn money in a month 1 lakh and 2 lakhs. Then I have to build up my mindset. Okay, now there's my set. My friends, all of you know, I said this video also. Now I finished my morning walk. This morning walk I also said many things, but you don't mind what if I say something negative words, you forgive me, and I'll say bye bye, have a nice day, and see you soon again. So my video is finished here. Then I'll say I'll say this is mortgage edition always will give you your thoughts and idea what things will come to in your mind. You never think that it will come. So and how can I speak the totally different? So these are very interesting things. I don't know. It comes to I say this is mortgage edition. Mortgage edition will give you your thoughts and idea all time. So my things is my things, my own dreams. So I have to build up my own dreams. Okay, bye bye, goodbye, have a nice day. I'll say I'll meet you. See you again.